Welcome to today's Explainer. We've got something truly breathtaking lined up for you today. We are going to be exploring a piece of ancient text that outlines cosmological events on an absolutely epic, cinematic scale. I want you to picture the most massive, spectacular symphony or choir you have ever heard. Got it? Okay, now multiply that by literally infinity. Today, we're decoding a fascinating ancient source text known as the Celestial Measures and the Throne of Glory, and our main goal is to figure out exactly how the heavens themselves managed to sing with one perfectly unified voice. Right out of the gate, this text brings up a grand cosmological mystery. Think about it. How does an entire universe of angels, spirits, and resurrected souls actually synchronize to speak a single sentence? We aren't just talking about a crowded stadium of people here. We're talking about every single entity in the cosmos, across entirely different realms, dimensions, and histories, somehow breathing in at the exact same fraction of a second to deliver a unified message. How in the world does that happen? What triggers it? Well, let's trace the steps.
Let's kick things off with part 1, the setup, and the angels' measuring chords.
So before this grand cosmic chorus can even think about beginning, our source text describes a really quiet, almost mysterious event. Out of nowhere, angels take flight toward the north, carrying these long cords. Now, just to be clear, we're not talking about literal construction ropes you'd use to frame a physical house. These measuring cords are actually divine instruments. When the narrator of the text asks an angel why they're carrying these cords, the angel replies that they went out to measure the just. It's a really profound concept. These cords basically secure the boundaries of faith. They're given to fidelity, enabling the righteous to support themselves on the name of the Lord of the spirits for all eternity. Ultimately, they serve to strengthen the word of justice across the entire universe. Which brings us to part 2, the gathering, and revealing Earth's deep secrets. You see, these measuring cords don't just hang out up in the heavens. They literally plunge down into the physical world to reveal its most hidden secrets. And this is a brilliant illustration because it proves that no one, absolutely no one, is ever truly lost in this cosmic framework. The cords reach all the way down to recover those who were destroyed by the harsh sands of the desert. They reach the depths to find those devoured by the fish of the sea and those devoured by wild beasts. It's this comprehensive, sweeping gathering of all lost souls, bringing them back so they can support themselves on the day of the chosen one. The text is super specific here. It states that none will be destroyed before the Lord of the spirits, and frankly, none even can be destroyed. Every single soul is accounted for. And that leads right into part 3, the catalyst for all of this, the throne of glory. Once all the lost are gathered, we hit a massive turning point. The Lord of the spirits places his chosen one upon the throne of glory. Now I want you to picture the intense contrast of the atmosphere here. On one hand, you have absolute pin-drop silence. In this solemn quiet, the chosen one judges secret paths and hidden deeds. Every hidden action of the holy ones in heaven is carefully, meticulously weighed out on scales in a totally just judgment. It's quiet, it's serious, and it's deeply personal. But the absolute second that judgment drops, boom, that silence is shattered by an explosive, unified eruption of praise. So how do they respond? Let's look at part 4, the unification and the gift of one voice. Because, the heavens don't just randomly break into song. That kind of synchronization takes a massive, transformative divine command. First up, they are given one power. It's the sudden, absolute alignment of energy. Suddenly there's no division, no competing forces whatsoever. Just a single, unified strength washing over the entire cosmic assembly. Right alongside that power comes one light. And the text actually goes out of its way to describe it specifically as being like fire. Imagine the sensory intensity of that. We aren't talking about some soft ambient glow here. This is a brilliant, tangible, fiery illumination that unites every single entity in the exact same blazing radiance. And finally, wrapping up this incredible sequence, we get the culmination of that power and that fiery light, one voice. This is it. This is the ultimate synchronization. The heavens are perfectly prepared, they are breathing as a single entity, and they are finally ready to speak. Let's see who is actually involved in part 5, the chorus, and the grand cosmic assembly. To really wrap our heads around this singular, unified cry, we have to grasp the staggering, frankly mind-blowing scale of this choir. We've got the highest orders of angels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the ophanim. We've got the angels of power and the angels of supremacies. The chosen one is there. But then it bridges all the way down from the high heavens to the powers on the earth and above the water. It includes all the holy ones who do not sleep, the chosen who dwell in the garden of life, every spirit of light, and get this, all flesh that is able to bless and glorify. It is literally every single tier of the cosmic and earthly hierarchy locked together in one moment. The whole shebang. And they aren't just shouting a single flat word either. They're projecting this complex, multi-layered spiritual chord. As our source text explains, this one voice contains the spirit of faith and fidelity. It rings with the spirit of wisdom and, incredibly, the spirit of patience. It holds mercy, judgment, peace, and goodness all at exactly the same time. This actually perfectly reflects the nature of the Lord of the Spirits himself, who the text notes is great in mercy and slow to anger. So you have all of these profound, sometimes contrasting layers. I mean, think about combining judgment and peace, or wisdom and mercy, all perfectly balanced into one single unified projection. So, what is the actual output of this magnificent, fiery cosmic synchronization? When a literally infinite universe breathes in and speaks with one voice, what do they actually say? Well, this is the exact eternal song they produce. It's this: Blessed is he, and blessed be the name of the Lord of the Spirits in eternity and to eternity. That's it. It's a pure declaration of absolute awe and exaltation, a single unified sentence that ripples across the very fabric of eternity, fueled by all the power, the light, and the history of the entire gathered cosmos. We've been on quite a journey today, from the quiet flight of angels holding measuring cords, through the gathering of lost souls from the deepest oceans and deserts, to the solemn judgment on the throne of glory, all leading up to an explosive, fiery synchronization of literally every being in existence. It is an ancient narrative of breathtaking scale, but it leaves us with a pretty provocative question, and it's one I want to leave you with today. If all cosmic power, light, and history culminated in just one unified voice, echoing this massive eternal blessing, what kind of profound truths do you think we'd hear in the sweeping silence that follows? Think about that for a bit. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep exploring.